Now, does that feel like a kiss from someone who needs complete bed rest?
That's a trick question, isn't it?
Well,
I know you're on the mend and all that, but it's not like you're in here for a checkup. You went into complete cardiac arrest. Someone tried to inject you with the same drug that killed all those other people. I don't know what would have happened if we hadn't found you when we did. So a couple more days bed rest isn't a lot to ask.
keep an eye on my monitor. My blood pressure may shoot up. Can I help you, Dr. Daniels?
I have a few questions.
Oh, that is ridiculous. He already told you everything he knows.
Look, if you're hoping for a description of who tried to kill me, I've already told you I didn't see anything. What else can I tell you?
You can tell me how, out of all of the killer's victims, you are the only one who has managed to survive.
Wow, what happened to this place?
Our local law enforcement investigators is what happened to this place.
They were looking for clues?
They were looking for Nurse Krebs' journal.
I never really liked her when I had to take orders from her. But now that she's dead, So, they think they'll find something in her journal that could break the case?
Dr. Decker had a page of her journal in his hands when he was attacked. By the way, I thought you had decided to take a couple of days off, Miss Stewart.
No, that's just it. I didn't decide. Hal decided for me. But I hated it, so I wanted to ask you something. Would it be okay if I came back to work?
Well, I could certainly use you. Our personnel problems are getting worse by the day. It seems that every good secretary and every key member of the staff has come down with a convenient case of the flu here.
Everybody's just really scared about what's going on. But I'm not scared.
To what do you attribute your bravery?
Well, you know, my mom's here, and Rick's here. Chris is here.
Dr. Hughes?
Yeah, he's a friend. A really good friend. But, anyway, since everyone I care about is here, well, I want to be here, too.
That's a bad idea, Allison. If you won't go home on your own, you'll go home over my shoulder.
You're late.
Genius is not a slave to the clock. I'm not only good, Mr. Donovan, I'm one of the best there is.
You got a way to find Lily and Rose or what?
The answer to that one is gonna cost you.
Here, come on. Come on, careful, careful. Come on, lie down. I know it's not much, but it's all we got. Rose, don't argue with me. You need up your strength. Save your energy. Try to get as comfortable as you can in this disgusting rabbit hole. Okay. Atta girl. Now, since we got a little daylight, they're not blasting right now, I'm gonna try to get out of here again. No, don't, Rose, please. What did I tell you? What did I tell you about arguing with me? They're not blasting right now, so I gotta try to climb out of here one more time. Be careful. Oh, Mary and Joseph in heaven? I knew it. I knew this was a mistake. What happened? It's my leg. It's just clamped up. I can't. I just locked up. I can't believe it. Well, you haven't had no water in a couple of days. You know, try to straighten it out. This cannot be happening. I gotta get out of here today, or else. What is the matter with you people? Why can't you find us?
Useless. All just stinking useless. Do you have any idea how many tunnels and caves there are in Oakdale according to these maps?
I know.
Hundreds.
Just gotta narrow things down, that's all. Now, this Brackett person. Is there anything there? I mean, now that we know who he was working for?
The guy's a dead end. He's not going to talk.
There's got to be someone who knows something about this very elaborate kidnapping
Maybe,
plan.
but what makes you think that these guys are going to be any more talkative than Brackett?
Well, we'll give them some encouragement. We got one resource that has not been tapped, and it has never failed me.
Yeah, what's that?
Money. Lots and lots of money. We will offer the reward, all those big bucks, to anyone who has any information that leads to the rescue of these two girls.
We already brought this up to Margot once before.
Well, Margot's just worried about crank calls, and she's worried about her precious resources. But, darling, time isn't on our side. We can't tiptoe around her anymore. If she doesn't understand us, then we got to do it by ourselves.
All right, fine, let's do it.
All right.
Holden! Hey. Miss Welch, I didn't expect you guys here. I thought you'd be out looking for Lily.
Yeah, well, that's what we're doing. We're actually headed to the police station right now.
Okay, we'll go with you.
No. You guys stay here. Just do whatever it is you were planning on doing today, okay?
All right, sweetheart, when this settles down, can we get together and have this team? All right, all right.
You know what? Why don't we forget swimming for today? If you want to help Holden, I think...
No, Luce. We made plans to go to the club. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go get my stuff, and we're just gonna go, okay?
So, what's your cut on this job?
This is not a job to me, Henry.
Do I look like I was born yesterday? You may have the rest of this town thinking that you're doing all of this hard work for love, but you know what? I know better.
You're a two-bit hustler with a baby face. And I'm dealing with you, A, because I like you, and B, because I hear you're a hell of an electronics, what do they call it, geek.
Well, no, come on now. I wouldn't say geek.
Huh? Come on. Now look, if you have something in that box that's gonna help me find Lily and Rose, I want you to put it on the table right now. And I'm gonna make sure that Holden Snyder gives you a big chunk of change. But if you're wasting my time, I'm gonna hurt you.
I respond so much better to non-violent negotiations. Well, I went down to the wholesale village, and I bought a bunch of this same make of walkie-talkie, and then I just tweaked with the frequencies a bit. I'd say they get about 5 times the range they did when I bought them. Now, that's not going to help you much in the city, but if our ladies are wandering around in the boonies somewhere, which we're pretty sure they are, you have to admit that this could be a great help.
Good.
Good.
Good. Look, I'm gonna give you a lot of cash right now.
Oh, excellent.
This is for lunch, and this is for the hardware. I want you to leave this equipment with the waiter.
The what? The waiter? The waiter? Do you have any idea how much this stuff is worth?
Don't sweat it, baby. I got a meeting right now. I'm meeting a lady, but the thing is, I gotta see her before she sees me.
If it's who I think it is, you're too late.
What kind of medical investigator blames the victim for being attacked?
I simply asked a question. After all, that is why I'm here, isn't it?
Do you think that I injected myself? Stopped my own heart?
Well, that's a very interesting theory, don't you?
Why don't you check the syringe for your answer? Are there any fingerprints on it?
What makes you think we found a syringe?
I don't know, I just assumed.
Why? One's never been left behind before.
I wouldn't know that, would I?
So then why would you assume the killer left one behind this time?
Wait a minute. No, don't try and trip me up, all right? I'm not your killer. The only reason I became a target was because I was anxious for this witch hunt to be over.
Oh, and how did that come about again? I'm sorry.
I already told you. I went into Bob's office to look for Arlene's journal, which I happened to find. You would have found it first if you weren't so busy running around accusing innocent people. And now it's lost, and it's not my fault.
Rick, you have to settle down. Was there anything in those pages that Rick managed to hang on to? Any clue about the killer?
I'm not at liberty to say. That's up to the police.
Well, I'm glad to see you're leaving some of the investigating to law enforcement.
That's it. I'm calling an end to this interrogation. Rick isn't up to any more questions.
Fine, I'm not here to question Rick. I came by to check on his condition and wish him well. I think that under the circumstances, it might be better if you left.
Are you kicking me out, Hal?
Now, Doctor. If I need any more information from you, I'll find you.
You'll carry me out over your shoulder? Please, you can't tell me where and when I can work.
Hal told you to go home for a reason.
Do you think you could take this conversation someplace else?
I'm sorry, Dr. Dixon. It was actually you I came to talk to before I was...
Distracted, yes. What is it? I'm a busy man.
Okay, it's about my dad. His condition hasn't improved, and my mom's getting discouraged. I mean, I tried to help, but well, I was hoping if you could find the time, maybe you could talk to her.
Yeah, I can do that. I can do that.
Thank you. She should still be in his room.
I was going to look in on your father this afternoon anyway. Would you take care of these for me, please?
Sure. Hey, Chris, what are you doing? John said that I could work here.
So you went behind Hal's back after he told you to stay away?
Hal's not my father. He can't tell me what to do, and neither can you. Chris, I can make my own decisions.
Allison, it may not be safe for you here.
Oh, well, maybe it's the only job I've got, and maybe if I keep working, I can earn enough money to make a living.
Look,
isn't that what you encouraged me to do in the first place?
Yes, but why are you so fixated on this job? I mean, why here? Why now?
Because you need me.
Allison, I don't know how Emily and Susan even begin to deal with you. You're the most stubborn, obstinate, confusing woman I have ever...
See, I knew it. Chris, you do think of me as a woman.
Look, Allison, can we just tackle one subject at a time, please? Why do you think I need you?
Well, even though everybody should know Gordo's the killer, you're still a suspect, right?
We don't know that for sure.
Chris, you don't have to pretend with me. You're going through one of the toughest times in your life.
And you know this because...
Didn't you just ask John to talk to your mom for you because your dad isn't getting better? You said that you didn't know if he'd make it. And then a guy you think is your friend is running around killing people, but nobody can prove it. And to top that off, people are looking in the wrong direction and accusing you. You may not think that that means you need a friend, but I do.
Allison, you can be my friend. Okay, but you can do it from the safety of your own living room.
No! No. Not when I can be here protecting you.
Protecting me how?
By telling everybody with ears that you're innocent.
Allison, I don't need your shield or your trumpet, and I definitely don't need you adding yourself to my long list of worries.
Why do you have to worry about me? It's not like you're my boyfriend or anything. Are you? I didn't think so, so that makes it simple.
Makes what simple?
Well, since you're not my boyfriend and you don't care about me,
look, Allison,
you can choose to block me completely out of your mind. Or at least you can try. And as for my safety, Gordo's on suspension, right?
Yeah, so?
So, I won't be in danger because he'll be out there and I'll be in here.
Dr. Gordon, what are you doing here?
There's only so many times I can review Grey's Anatomy or rearrange my sock drawer. I'm going stir crazy at home. Now, look, I know that everybody here thinks I'm the one behind those murders, but I'm not.
You know, if I was convinced you were a murderer, I would have revoked your salary when I suspended you.
Dr. Dixon, medicine's my life. I've never wanted to be anything but a doctor, and now... Look, what I want, what I need more than anything is to come back to work.
You know, I get the same song and dance from Allison Stewart. Half the staff around here is too frightened to work. The other half can't stay away. Now, I don't have the time to contemplate this, okay? You just go home.
Relax. I just want to talk to you for a few minutes.
I'm meeting someone.
I don't see John just yet, do you?
How did you know? I should have known.
You should have known what? Hey, you wouldn't have taken a meeting with me, would you?
No, and why? Because I have absolutely nothing to say to you.
Look, I am trying to find Lily and Rose. Right now, we got one walkie-talkie. There's a link. The clues we got from Stenbeck are making us think that Lily and Rose are hidden underground someplace.
Well, it sounds like you have quite a lot.
We're trying to narrow down the area where we're looking.
How many times do I have to tell you I have no idea where James would have put those women?
But you know how he thinks, right? I mean, don't you think that this is James's message to the world about his love for his son? Wherever these guys are hidden, there's got to be some connection to Paul.
Or it could just be some sick game that he's playing. Watching people trying to outguess him is James's idea of fun.
Let me ask you, when was Paul conceived?
You really have no boundaries, do you?
You understand what I'm getting at, right? Where did he take his first steps? Where did he play on swings? You gotta remember something. What is it?
You just echoed something that James said at the prison. Remember Paul at birth. 257.
Can you make a connection to a place?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Ready to roll?
Not until we talk. Like when Holden told you he didn't want you helping him in his search for Lily, you looked like he'd punched you. Why didn't you say something to him about it?
Because I get what he's going through. I mean, his wife is missing.
I get it too. I mean, Lily's my aunt. Can't imagine how horrible Holden must feel. He must be terrified.
Right. So why should I have to deal with what I need on top of it all?
But if you care about him...
If I care about him, Luce, look, I've been waiting my whole life to be a part of this family.
So really be a part of it.
How? I mean, the family is gone, Luce. Look, Lily and Rose are missing. The kids were shipped off to Iva's. If Holden doesn't want me helping him because I might be too much for him to handle, then I'm gonna help him by staying out of his way.
So why didn't you do that with me?
Do what?
Take off, get lost, stay out of my way. And after my accident, I shut you out, Aaron, and you could have just left me alone, but you didn't. Instead, you were writing me letters and you were constantly visiting me. I practically couldn't get rid of you.
Lucy, I can't stay away from you, okay? You know that. Okay, no matter how much I tried, I love you.
Don't you love Holden?
Yeah.
It's tearing you apart that your family's gone, but so is his.
Yes, Lucy, I know this, okay? But he said no to my help. How am I supposed to get through to him?
You know when I got to know you the best? Was when I was at my worst. Get in his face. Let him see what I see.
Which is what?
How strong you are. How dependable. How you've moved the world for the people you love.
You mind if we change our location of our date?
Like to the police station? I'd love that.
Are you two out of your minds? $10 million? I'm gonna be chasing false leads from all over the country.
As opposed to having no leads at all?
Look, my resources will be scattered. We might miss something important.
We understand your position perfectly, Margot. It's just that we don't happen to agree with it. We can either have the press conference here in the police station or elsewhere where you have no control over the content.
Oh, there's no talking you two out of it, is there?
Not this time, no. How about half an hour?
I do not want a mob scene. I want one reporter and one cameraman from WOAK.
We may have to go national.
We will. Once we give WOAK the exclusive, they'll turn it over to all the other networks.
Okay, I'll make the phone calls.
You realize this is a huge risk.
Yeah, well, you know, desperate times, they call for desperate measures, Margot. And frankly, I'm pretty desperate.
Well, frankly, so are a whole lot of other people who are going to be calling in.
All we need is just one person who may have seen or heard something about where Lily and Rose might be. Margot, if this money brings these people out of the woodwork, then... I just need one person. Just one.
Coming up on As the World Turns. So then there's only one real suspect left. Gordo, he's the one who's killing people. Who else could it be?
Hot Enough for You. Guiding Light on CBS.
Focus is the word of the day. I want you to ask very specific questions of my son-in-law, like last known whereabouts, dress idiosyncrasies. We want information. Got it?
Hey, Margot.
Lucy.
You guys doing a press conference?
Yeah, Lucinda has decided to offer a reward. Listen, whatever you guys need, can wait because, you know, kind of busy here and we're going to get started with this thing soon.
Okay, they're getting the feed.
Okay.
It'll be a minute or two.
All right, listen, I thought you guys were supposed to be swimming.
Oh, yeah, when you need help looking for Lily and Rose. Look, I'm not taking no for an answer this time, Holden. I have to do something.
Aaron, I appreciate that, but we already have a lot of people who are working on this.
Look, I'm not asking you if I can help.
Good. Well, then you and Lucy just go and do
I'm telling you that I'm going to help, Holden. Look, I lost family in this too, man. I love Lily and Rose. And I love you. So, where would I do you most good, man? Out here or with the search parties?
No, here. Why don't you guys go over and man the phones, okay? Thanks.
All set.
You ready?
I'll cue you when the anchor from the studio throws video to the conference.
Margot.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Look, I'm gonna try to straighten it out again. I might need your help. Lily. Lily.
Lily? Lily?
Holden? Holden, where are you? I can't see you.
Close. So very close.
Where? Why can't I see you? This is my dream. I should be able to touch you and hold you and hold my babies. I want to go home. Holden.
You have to believe me. I'm right here with you. Even though you can't see me. And even when it feels like we're never going to be together again, I'm here. Always.
Always.
Lily, you have to tell me where you are. You have to help me find you. I need your help. Rose needs your help.
Rose?
You have to help me, Lily. Lily, you have to help me. Please.
Lily, help me, please. Lily. No, don't get up. Don't get up. You're gonna hurt. Forget it. You're gonna hurt your shoulder. Forget about my shoulder. Are you sure? Are you sure, Lily? Nothing hurts more than the idea of never seeing Holden or my children again. So I'm gonna do anything I can to make that happen. I want you to lean on me, Rose.
How can I know? How can I ever know what James really means?
Paul, at birth, 5 or 7 years old, tried to make a connection to a place, some underground place.
Why should I help you?
What? So for me, it's for 2 innocent women. When are you gonna wake up and see that?
No. You're attempting to do your penance. You betrayed Paul, and now he's gone, and you feel guilty for your part in this. Well, you know what? This is the wrong place. This isn't a church. I'm not your priest, and I will not ease your pain or soothe your conscience.
I betrayed Paul. And you hired me, didn't you?
Yes, I did. And I will choke on my guilt until I breathe my last breath. But you turned the plan upside down. You are the reason that I have lost my son forever. You turned your back on me when I needed help, and you know what? Now it's your turn. How does it feel?
You gonna turn your back on Lily?
I will help Lily if I can. But I know what you want here, Dusty. Credit for saving them. Enough glory to make this whole stinking town forget what you've done. And I'm here to make sure that neither happens. As for Rose, oh, I hope she comes back. For one reason. I hope she breaks your heart as completely as she broke my son's.
I'd like to talk to you about that little game you pulled earlier in Rick Decker's room.
Wasn't a game.
Really? You see, I've been telling myself that you pulling rank on me like that was some poor version of good cop, bad cop. I do not like having my wrist slapped, Lieutenant, especially in the middle of an investigation.
Now, you are on this investigation solely at my discretion.
And I earned my position in it.
And I have thanked you for identifying the poison that killed all those victims, so...
But that wasn't good enough. You still want me to back off.
I'll be blunt, Doctor.
Please.
You bully people. I don't like it.
I ask questions, Lieutenant. How people deal with those questions, it's not my problem.
It is if you want answers. See, if you push people around, they tend to be uncooperative.
Like Dr. Decker?
Yes, like Dr. Decker.
I seriously doubt Dr. Decker's unwillingness to cooperate is simply because I tick him off.
Dr. Decker could have information that would help us catch a killer. You keep
What makes you so sure that he's not the killer?
Guys in ICU, I tend to give him the benefit of the doubt. Why couldn't he have been victimized just like all the others?
Given the lower dosage he received?
Right. And the killer got spooked and ran.
And he just left the syringe right there, huh? No. Decker is too defensive. He's way too defensive.
Yeah. And your dander would be up if I pestered you like that, too. Why don't you just back off?
I will take that suggestion under advisement.
It was more than a suggestion.
Get this, Hal. I do not work for Oakdale PD. I work for this hospital. So until Dr. Dixon tells me to take a back seat, I will talk to whomever I want, whenever I like it.
Well, you get this. John Dixon is the chief of this hospital, but I run this investigation. Now, I just told you nicely to back off, but if you want me to make that official, I can do that, too.
Allison, if you would just listen to me,
You're so sweet. You don't want me to protect you, but you can't help but look after me. Thank you, Chris, but I'm not going anywhere.
Everything settled?
It will be.
What's the verdict?
It's crazy about me.
I'm talking about your job situation.
Well, my job, Chris, it's all part of this same story, Dr. Dixon.
Yeah.
You see, Chris and I, we started out as friends, and then we became a lot more.
What is the point here?
Well, he's a great guy and a wonderful doctor, and he shouldn't be on suspension.
You know the investigation is what dictated his suspension.
Yeah, well, he didn't do it. Somebody else did.
Allison, if you are making accusations against Dr. Decker...
No. I mean, there was a moment when I thought Dr. Decker could have killed those people, but now he's been attacked too, so he couldn't have done it. So then there's only one real suspect left. Gordo, he's the one who's killing people. Who else could it be?
We'll try in a couple of minutes. Just need to take a little break. Gotta keep trying.
Hey there, beautiful.
Oh, Dusty! Oh, what took you so long? We've been waiting for you for such a long time. Where is Lily? One more thing I gotta tell you before you disappear out of my dreams.
I love you too.
No, you can't. I can't have you.
I'm gonna get you out of here. I promise you this.
No. See, you don't understand. I already promised Lily that I will not be with you. Even if we get out of this alive, I can't be with you ever.
After all this, we gotta be together. Promise me.
I already promised Lily.
Promise me.
Dusty. Dusty. Rose. What were you dreaming about? Getting out of here. What else? Come on. Let's get back to work.
Hey,
don't ask me for money right now.
Now, look. Our little job just became 10 million times more profitable.
Yes, you heard right. The reward is $10 million. But that's only if the information regarding the whereabouts of my wife, Lily Snyder, and her sister, Rose, is reliable and results in them returning safely.
I would also like to add that we believe the women are being held in an underground area, a cave, a cellar, a mine shaft, something like that.
Don't you want to hear the rest? Where are you going?
I'm going to the police station. When those calls start coming in, I want to be there.
The calls are starting to come in. Holden?
We have reached a critical hour. Police have done everything that they can. We're out of options, and we are out of leads. So we are appealing to you, the public. If anyone has any information regarding the whereabouts of my wife, Lily, and her sister, Rose, please come forward. Thank you.
And we're out.
As soon as you went on the air, a major call came in.
Is that when Margot left the podium?
Yeah, she's patching the caller to her line right now.
Any idea who the caller is?
The guy claims to be a James Stenbeck. Oh.
Phyllis, hot enough for you on The Young and the Restless.
Oh. Huh. All right. You need 100%, but good enough to climb some rocks. Wish me luck. Good luck. All right. Up, up, and away.
James, stand back on the phone.
What sick prankster would impersonate James?
Oh, it's no prank. We traced it to somewhere in the federal penitentiary. I'd know that voice anywhere. It's definitely James. Are you there, James?
Where else would I be?
What do you have to say, James?
I have information that will lead you directly to Lily Snyder and Rose D'Angelo.
James, that's enough! Enough, James! I want you to give me my daughter! You son of a...
We want to keep them on the line.
Ah, is that the most contentious of my ex-wives? Is that Lucinda I hear?
You better believe it, darling. I want you to tell us where you have... what you've done with Lily and Rose.
I will, my sweet. Soon. But you have to do something for me before I give you that particular information.
You realize, don't you, that prisoners cannot profit from their crimes?
Did I mention that paltry reward? I'm really not interested in money.
Then what do you want, James?
Put me on television, Margot. Live. You put me on television and you'll have all the answers you're looking for.
Sorry to disturb you, Dr. Decker.
No, that's all right. Do you need Susan?
I think I could have a minute.
Sure. Is it about Allison?
Yes. She's here trying to go back to work.
Back to work?
Yeah. I want you to make her go home before she gets herself killed.
I'm not making any judgments on Dr. Gordon, Allison, without the benefit of a trial and some evidence.
But Dr.
And I'm certainly not going to make snap decision on Chris's innocence simply on your recommendation. But as to something that is your business, I want to talk about your coming back to work here. Listen, you're not yet 18 years old, are you?
Yes, but I will be in a few days, so...
Yeah, but you're underage right now. So I'm going to have to talk to your mother about this. And if she says no, well, then that's the final word on it.
Okay, well then, can I at least finish putting Dr. Hughes' office back together?
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
I thought you were on suspension.
I asked Dr. Dixon to reconsider letting me come back to work. He's gonna think about it and get back to me.
You just missed him.
I know. You were talking. A lot.
Yeah, I was just telling
You
him.
were telling him that I'm the one that killed those people. So tell me, Allison. How does it feel to be alone with the killer?
On the next As the World Turns...
What if the DNA tests prove that Jack is not her father?
If you even think that that is a remote possibility, then you have to put this wedding on hold.
Is that fear I hear in your voice, Allison? If you're so sure I murdered all those people, aren't you just a little bit scared?
Are you threatening me?